welcome to episode 19 of Credit 101, at least the best episodes of Credit 101. Let me back up. This is the best episodes of Credit 101. The actual episode of Credit 101 is actually episode 55. So in this episode, we're going to talk about the first steps to actually get out of debt. And I actually created a debt reduction planner. This is just to start getting the ball rolling. Say, hey, you know what? Let me just try to do this for 2 months. Let me give myself 2 months. Let me just stick to this one plan, and then I'll go from there and just keep changing my plan. That's what this is. So it's multiple steps you can do, and we're going to go over it. It's 6 steps that you have to take total, and this is an actual copy of it, but we're going to go over it. If you guys are in a membership, because it's the actual Credit 101 membership, go ahead and download it down below. You already have access to it. If you guys don't have the credit membership, it's only $1 for the first 7 days. After that, it's going to be a $9.99. Like literally, I have it under $10 monthly for this, you guys. So definitely check it out. It's down below in the description and in the comments. You have over 40 different downloads like checklists, worksheets, dispute letters, and guides. Some great information. And if you guys have the membership, this can really make sure that going through these different steps can make sure that your credit score is going up. Like this is stuff that I wanted to make sure I created for like my kids, my family. And also I just feel like if I knew this information, my credit would have always stayed lit. Since I turned 18, before I was 18, I would have made sure my credit was lit with this information. And my parents could have probably did the same thing, made sure my credit was lit. But let's go into this because we need to think about actually reducing our debt. So this is the actual planner, you guys. So this is only going to be set a time like 3 months. Say for 3 months, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, these are cards I'm gonna pay down. We're gonna go over that. So prioritize your debts, organize your debt. You are actually create a plan to pay off the debt over time. So use this guide to track your progress and then stay motivated on your journey to the financial freedom. So the first thing is you want to start listing your debts. If for some reason you got more debts than this, that's fine. Get you another piece of paper or just start in a regular notebook and start listening. Just put step 1, put the date at the top, because again, every 3 months you want to do it. Do step number 1 and literally just list the name of the credit card company, the total amount that you owe, what's your interest rate on it, what's the minimum payment, what's the due date for it, like what day of the month is it due, what's the current balance, and what's the priority. Now, when it come down to debts, honestly, I like to do highest interest first. And the reason why I like to do highest interest first, because I want to pay less over time. So I will pick whichever one have the highest interest. But you have credit cards, personal loan, car loans, student loans, medical debt. Just go ahead and fill this in. And again, this is going to be a 3-month plan right now. We just trying to figure out what this is right now, and then we're going to come back in here and edit certain things and change certain things, because maybe you're going to pay stuff off faster, maybe it's going to take longer, maybe something happened. We just need to go back in here and edit a few things so you just know where you need to start. Now, there's going to be methods. You have to choose what debt repayment strategy is best for you. Now, I told y'all, like, I love to do the avalanche method, basically. So the debt avalanche is actually the second. The first one is just a debt snowball. So that's mostly Dave Ramsey. He say focus on paying your smallest debt first. So list them in priority from the smallest debt to the highest debt. Make sure that you pay the first debt first, make the minimum payment on all the other ones. If you have any money left over, make sure you guys put that additional money on the first one, the first priority, until that is paid off. And then whatever that minimum payment is, plus any extra money that you have, you start putting that on the second one that you have. That's now your first new priority. So this is going to be quick wins, and it's going to motivate you by eliminating smaller debts faster. So that is the debt snowball method. Now, the debt avalanche method, I would say this for more people that's going to be very strict. You're not playing with this debt. Like, you at the point where you're like, I've had this debt for too long. I need to start getting this stuff taken care of. I need to pay this off, but I want to get it done the fastest I can get it done. And I want to basically pay the less in interest. This can be the fastest technically because you're paying less in interest. If you're paying less in interest, that extra money that you would have put on interest, you can actually put it on your additional debts. So that's why I like the debt avalanche method. So you're going to focus on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first while making the minimum payments on the others. That's what this method is. Once the highest debt is paid, then apply the payment to the next debt with the highest interest rate. This is going to save more money on interest, and it's going to be faster debt payoff overall. So you need to pick what's your strategy. Are you going to do snowball, or are you going to do avalanche? Just check it off. Now, the next thing is create the monthly payment plan. So you use section to plan your debt payments each month based on your chosen repayment strategy. So you can say, hey, the debt you're going to focus on for January, maybe you could just put priority 1 and 2. What's the extra payments you're going to make? What's the minimum payment? So what's the total that you actually have paid too? So it's actually January through December on here. So you can put 2020, put the dates on there. Basically, I don't want to say no dates out loud because this can actually be used in the future too. We don't want to be in 2030 and this can still work. Even though it's 2024, we're recording this, but still put the dates on here, and just put what you're dedicating to pay on these different debts. Now, after that, you want to actually track your progress. So monitor the progress over time by updating your current balances each month. So you can actually have a pencil here, you guys, and you can actually pencil it in, or you can put step 4 in that notebook I was telling you about. And every month, just keep, turn the page, updating it, changing it. Or you can print this out, and this whole thing can be a monthly tracker, whatever you want to do. But put whatever your starting balance is, and what's your current balance, and then what's the goal? Where do you want it to have it at? Okay. And then make sure you celebrate milestones. So set small goals and celebrate your progress as you pay off each debt. So whether if it's just paying off one credit card, or you just actually reducing your total debt by a certain percentage, rewarding yourself is going to be so much better. So make sure you guys reward yourself so that you can stay motivated. I told y'all I gained a lot of weight by motivating myself with food. Now I motivate myself by saying, oh my gosh, once you do this, you're going to have more money to take that one trip that you want. You want to go here. And that total trip is $10,000, something like that. I'm motivating myself on things that I want for the future. And I'm thinking about, oh my gosh, you paying this off going to help with your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, your family, generations to come. I motivate myself by that. Or you can just take yourself out, especially if you're on a high debt payment. Maybe you certain things you just cut out. Maybe you don't eat out, so now you go out to eat for one day. Maybe you just go pick up something. Say, okay, I'm just gonna get some fast food. It's not gonna be more than $20. You do whatever you got to do, but just make sure that you guys are rewarding yourself. That's the biggest part. And adjust your plan as needed. So your financial situation is going to change. You may need to actually adjust this plan. So review the plan every 3 months to make sure it's still working for you. And if it's not working for you, edit it. Okay, make it work for you. Maybe you was on a plan and you fell off. Okay, if you fell off, just get back on. I had that happen plenty of times, and certain things I fell off on, and I go back and I'm like, dang, I haven't did this since 2021. Certain things, not this, but like whatever it is, and I'm like, okay, it's 2024. I'm back on it. I don't care. I just want to make sure I don't have a 3-year gap anymore. Okay, maybe if I fall off, I fell off from last week. I fell off from last month or 2 months or something. I don't want to go far, but still, don't make it 3 years gap. So make sure you guys stay on top of these different things. If you have the membership, go ahead and download it below. Get y'all a notebook, like I said, and pair it with this. They can just be your debt reduction planner. Throw this right up in there. Throw this right in there and just start paying off those debts and figure out what you want, snowball or avalanche. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. Get your membership down below, $1 for the first 7 days. After that, it's literally less than $10. Seriously. I made it super cheap so anybody can have it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey, welcome to episode 20 of the best episodes of Credit 101. The original episode for this one was actually Credit 101, episode 20, episode 59. So you see, we got so many documents here. If you guys are already in a membership, these are basically all the downloadables that I created, the guides, the dispute letters, the checklist, all the things that I have made for you guys, a worksheet. If I created like a worksheet or a guide for you, these are all of them here. It's literally over 40 of them. If you guys do not have a membership, go ahead and get the membership. I create all this stuff for you. At the time I record, it's only $9.99 per month, and it's a 7-day trial for just $1. So it's no reason why you guys cannot get it, and you can see it's so much valuable, so many valuable things here. So with this episode, we're going to talk about budgeting quickly and effectively. And to me, when it comes down to budget, you just need to know what's all coming in and what's all going out, literally, and then setting how much should be going out too, so that you don't go over that number. The problem is sometimes we just don't do it. And I'm gonna say we because sometimes with me, if certain things get too chaotic, I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm just like, forget it, because it's just too complicated. If I was to just dumb it down, make it easy, make it simple, I'll get it done. And that's why I created that utilization sheet that you guys can purchase too. I have the utilization tracker. I put all my credit cards on there. I know when I need to pay my credit cards. I have a due dates. If I have 0% APR credit cards, I have those highlighted. I put what day I need to make sure I pay it by to never pay interest. I just have that on there, and I just go and make sure all these things sometimes is paid off. I use that to just double check, making sure stuff is paid off. I don't make stuff complicated. I just feel like as long as it's getting done and it's effective, that's all that matters. Sometimes we make stuff so overly complicated, nothing gets done. So that's why I made this budgeting worksheet, because it's just so easy just to go through this and just make sure everything is on here and that you're paying it the way that you should pay it. So I created this for you guys. For those people that don't have a budget, this is an easy way for you guys to just get into budgeting some. So let's actually go over the budgeting worksheet together. Again, if you guys have a membership, you can download it below and you can use it, and hopefully it'll be very helpful to you guys. So the first thing is you have to calculate all the money that you have coming in. You need to know how much you have coming in to even know how much you can potentially have going out. Because if you have more money going out than going in, you have to figure out, are you using too much money on your credit cards in? Are you using your credit cards as basically a crutch for you because you don't see your expenses as much? You know, you have to look at these different things. But when it comes down to your income, you'll put your salary or your wages after your taxes on here, and this is going to be for the month, so monthly. Okay, this is not going to be for the week. For this is going to be for a month. And then also, if you have any type of side gig or freelancing gig, put it right here. Any income here, your rental income, child support or alimony, investment income, or other. Maybe you get other income from something else, whatever that is. You can go ahead and put that on this line, and then add it all up, and then that's how much you get per month. That will help you figure out how much money you have coming in per month. Now, the next thing is you need to look at your fixed monthly expenses, your rent and mortgage, your utilities, your internet and cable, your phone bill, your insurance, your car payment, your loan payments, your subscriptions, your childcare, and other. These are all of your fixed expenses. This is where you're paying a certain amount per month. And I know with mine, with childcare, is actually per week that I'm paying, but I can really do times 4. Make it simple, y'all. Or if it's 5 weeks in that month, I like to just go based off of maybe a Friday. I still go off of that, even though my income is not based off of a Friday. I still go based off of a Friday and say, hey, how many Fridays I have in this month? And I calculate that way. But with childcare, I got to pay it on a Monday, though. So maybe you'll go based off of Monday. But whatever y'all want to do, just calculate. If it's 4 you paying every week, just put four time, multiply by 4 or multiply by 5, depending on how many weeks it is and what day you have to actually pay it. Okay, so just calculate all of your expenses, and then track your variable expenses too. These things are not fixed. Even though groceries should be fixed, I think groceries should be a fixed amount that you're spending every month. But what's your estimated amount? When it comes down to gas, what's your estimated amount? Dining out, shopping, personal care, medical expenses, and any other expenses, what is the estimated amount that you want to pay? And then at the end of the month, you can come back in and say, what was your actual amount? Now, estimated, you want to stay at that amount. If you're budgeting a certain amount, you want to stay at that amount. Now, the next thing, set aside some money for your savings. So you may want to aim to save 20% of your income. And doing this is going to help you make sure that you have a good savings plan. So 20% of it, you could be putting money into your emergency fund. Once you have your emergency fund full, maybe you want to put into your retirement accounts, where your 401k, and for me, maybe your IRA, saving for a big purchase, maybe a house or a car, putting some money to the side for that, vacation, college, or just other, whatever it is. Y'all can put whatever y'all want to put on here, but just whatever you want to save money for, you'll just make sure you put the amount that you plan to save. And then calculate your totals. What's the total monthly income? What's the total expenses on this line? What's your total variable expenses? What's your total savings? And then what you're going to do is you're going to do income minus expenses minus savings, and then that's going to tell you how much you have remaining. Okay. Now you want to make adjustments. Maybe you're going to find out that, maybe go back up a little bit. Maybe you're going to find out that you don't have enough in monthly income to actually pay for all these different things. Maybe you're not going to save anything because you don't have any money really put towards savings. You got to put money on these other things. And sometimes if you find that you don't have enough monthly income, you need to cut your expenses. And not only do you guys need to cut your expenses, maybe you need to make more income too. Okay, because saving is very, very important, and that's not something you need to ditch on. You need to be saving every month, literally putting some money into your IRA every month and taking advantage of that. Now, step number 6 is just making adjustments as needed. So if your expenses, again, exceed your income, you need to find areas that you need to cut back, really. And then track your spending daily. Use apps or a notebook to record everything that you spend money on. And then cut back on non-essentials, maybe dining out and subscriptions. I am so happy that I cut back on subscriptions. Like, I'm not paying for Netflix anymore. I got Prime because I have the Prime membership. I cut back on Disney, but now Disney is included for whoever has Spectrum, and now Spectrum is paying for Paramount too, which is good. I get Peacock for free because I have Instacart. So I could have just paid for Peacock, but now I get Peacock for free because I have the Instacart membership, and that's what the Instacart is what I use to go pick up my groceries. So I love it. So just cut back on your subscriptions and remove and review your budget every month and adjust it too. Some things may change. Everything don't have to always be the same. Maybe you're gonna have changes. Maybe you're gonna have additional income. Maybe you had a raise now. Now you're getting paid more. Now you want to put more money in your savings, and continue to pay yourself first. If you're not doing that, paying yourself first, please get on that. I remember hearing that years ago, and I took it to heart a little bit. Like, no, seriously, pay yourself first, especially if you're self-employed. Pay yourself first and put money into your future, because everything is cool and dandy. It's fine when you're just living and you got all your stuff taken care of now, but you're not thinking about the future. If you want to keep what you have going on right now, you really need to be putting money into your IRA every year, at least 6,000 or 6,500 or 7,000, whatever it is that you get to put in that year. You need to be putting that money to the side, because you're going to love yourself when you do that in the future. You're going to be like, oh, I'm so proud of myself. Especially when you're looking around at everybody else that ain't do what they need to do. Like, oh, y'all having problems. Okay, that means y'all didn't do what y'all need to do. Just think about things like that. Now, I'm just being honest, because these are harsh conversations I have to have with myself. And I'm having these conversations with my daughter now. It's like, hey, when you're getting paid, you have to put money to the side. I don't care about, she said, I don't want to put money in my old people account. I don't care about all this stuff. You have to budget your money. And because she's like, well, I have a subscription. Okay, but have other money for different things, and make sure you put money into your savings. So I'm starting her off now young, so that she don't have to question it. She's gonna already know budgeting, and she's gonna already know these different things. But if you like me, you didn't learn this until you was an adult, I have worksheets for you, and I use these worksheets myself. I just created a lot of them. I'm already starting to use some of these worksheets just to track things even better. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys get your membership. If you guys already have your membership, download your guide down below.